My name's Garan. I'm currently a student in the Polytechnic Institute at Purdue, majoring in mechatronics engineering and robotics engineering technology.
Evan Tambi. I'm a junior in engineering management. I'll be graduating December 2020 and I'm from India.
I feel like it's one path where you can open your mindset of reality towards an industrial approach. In my opinion, I've seen it as an alternative to an internship, but at the same time, it's so much more core towards what you believe in and your ideas and your passion. And I wouldn't disagree. It has been very challenging. There have been nights where we've both been awake till like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. in the morning and in matchbooks, working on the idea, trying to come up with new things. But at the end of the day, it's just an experience that you go through, and it's something very interesting. As long as you're passionate about what you do, it's
been like the most challenging thing so far, but at the same time, it's been the most fruitful part in my Purdue journey. After even after college, I won't be just doing one thing, but be balancing multiple roles in life, and that's what it has been being an entrepreneur and also a student.
the key aspect to building a successful startup or even working on a proper project is having the right team. And it's very difficult right now to work with the correct people. There's a very limited approach for students to connect with each other, and I feel like Revant and I connected to each other because mainly we were friends since freshman year and we've been working on it. We realized we had similar interests, which was lucky, or it's not always the case with a lot of students. And I feel like even though we had similar interests, it's always been a learning curve for both of us. We've had a lot of times where we've had different aims or different motives, but we've both grown towards the idea together. We've both grown together throughout the project and realized that there's a very organic way, a very great way to work together, and we feel like that's something that should be available to all students connecting to people with similar ideas, similar interests, and they can work on projects with the same amount of passion without any hindering approach.
Experience through BMC has been phenomenal. It was like, I think it was spread out for 6 months, and we have seen like every stage of like from like forming to like storming to like forming again. So we have stormed at each other. We have gone through difficult times, but I think that has all been for the better, because even till date now we can openly talk about subjects that so many founders find it difficult to talk about and bring it up. So I think that's on a very positive end. On the company side, it has helped us grow our network at and outside of Purdue. It has also helped us establish some credibility. So whenever you're talking to students at Purdue and faculty at Purdue, before BrainChild received, like we have to explain, as still we have gone to customer discovery and we have gone to market validation. But now after we say that we have gone through BMC, that some things that are already known to them, and then we can start off having better communication. In terms of pivots, yes, we did go through a couple of pivots here and there. So I remember when we started in Firestarter, we started with a problem like, oh, we want to connect people with an idea to people who have the skills to build that idea to reality, which is still what BrainChild is, but it's much more specific. So we started on a freelancer level. Now we are at a student stage where we have gone through what exists in the market, what is essential for us as students, and what is implementable for us as students. Prize money has been like our support structure ever since, just because when we worked on the idea at the Purdue Firestarter and then we narrowed down the idea to actually something implementable, we were looking for funding support to actually build the MVP of the website, market and test at Purdue without giving up any share in our idea to any other person. And I think that has been the biggest support that has been given by the prize money and the BMC. So that we have still been bootstrapping this so far. We have the MVP gone live right now. And then we also trying to market this in the Purdue community to test this and see if it's applicable for other campuses around the nation.
We were very eager to build the MVP. I think it was even less than a week after we got the prize money, we immediately started working on the MVP and we launched it as soon as possible so that we can help students connect to each other and learn more about it.
So we have gone live. We are signing up students for the Purdue COVID Innovation Challenge. The idea for this came when we were actually attending one of the webinars hosted by Shah Innovation Lab about the challenges of COVID. And we got to know that the challenges were not just with testing or PPE, but also in fields like poverty, global poverty, economics, so like global economy and everything. So when we read more about it, we saw that there's so many things that are being impacted in so many different disciplines. Some are, of course, higher priority than the others, but we need so many more solutions and so much more quickly. And when we looked around, we saw that Purdue had hosted so many webinars that people were informed about it. But when we went out and talked to students, they had some fantastic ideas, but what was stopping them was basically how do we build this? So we thought we could actually use our platform to, of course, connect people who are willing to work on the ideas related to COVID innovation, but also incentivize them to bring the ideas forward to experts, to other faculty on campus, so that they can be brought to reality much more quicker.
Innovation challenge is something that helps all students from different majors, because there's several approaches. If it's pharmaceutical, engineering, if it's a prototype, a device, all students from different fields can come together and work on this together. And the biggest thing is, if you need different students from different areas to work on one specific product, they can come together. And what better than a virtual meetup right now to work on your ideas, your interesting ideas, and bring them to reality, so that you can help both small businesses, all different aspects of the community that have been hit hard by the COVID-19 situation right now. And that's what we're just mainly trying to achieve from this.
We aim for this to be a way to show how Boilermakers actually fight the COVID-19. Actually being live on the pitch day, on the final pitch day in the BMC, and actually pitching and answering the questions judges had for us. Because in the past it has been like, oh, always after I've answered a question, it has always been like, oh, I could have answered this differently. But this time it was so different that everything I answered was so much with confidence, and I felt good about it even after the competition.
As soon as we got the prize money from BMC, and how we went on to building the MVP immediately, the biggest thing is when you see students going onto the platform and signing up. Within 1 week, we had around, I think, 100, 110 total views of the page. You get that sudden strike of interest or happiness that, all our work that we've put into this since September is just fruitful. It's nothing that you can see going wrong, but something you can only see as a positive note, something you see you can build on, and something you see that it's actually working. All that hard work we've put in is, finally coming out. I feel like that's personally for me, that has been one of the best motives or